So today we'll be learning how to create a great black and white image in Photoshop. Let's begin. So first of all, let's open our image. I'm going to use this image. I'm going to open it with Photoshop. I'll put the image underneath so you can come along with me if you like. So the first thing we do is we have a look at the image. So the first thing what I would do is we go to image and we go to adjustments, and then what I would do here is I would go to hue saturation. In hue saturation, what you want to do is you want to get the saturation. We want to turn that right up. I'm going to turn this up to about 50. Basically, you want it really saturated. And the reason for that is the black and white will really pop if the colours are saturated to begin with. I'll turn it just down a little bit and then click OK. Once we've done this, we now go back to image, we go back to our adjustments layer, and we'll go down to black and white. And we click that, and then we've got our black and white image there, and we'll click OK. And the thing I like to do after that is go to image, adjustments, and go to our levels adjustment. And in our levels adjustment, this is where we can play around and get different shades of blacks and greys. So you've got two histograms here. You've got your histogram on the top and you've got your output levels at the bottom. So your histogram at the top, that gives you your darks and your lights. So your darks are on the left hand side, and if I turn this down you can see the image getting darker. And I've got my lights on the right hand side and you can see the image getting lighter. The key in the middle, this is our midtones, and if you double click on there it will zero itself. The output levels, this is how much light or how much dark the whitest white or the darkest dark is. So if I move this slider in, that now tells me that my lightest light is going to be 212. If I move it out, my lightest light is going to be 255. So if I move this in and move this in, you start seeing that you can start creating some really nice shaded effects there. So basically what this output level is doing now is if I've got it on 15, that means when it finds the darkest black on the screen, it's gonna water that down to 17. And at the moment I wouldn't worry too much about these numbers. Just understand that this waters down the darkest blacks, and this will water down the whitest white. So it's finding the whitest white on the screen and it's going to put it to there. So if you see this white down here and I bring that up, you can see that white does that, whereas this just works with the shading. So I'm getting the same white here with this, but I'm bringing that white up. So it's the same shade of white, if you see what I'm saying. So now I'm going to bring this up a little bit. I'm going to bring this one, the black, down to about 18. And then you can start to see that we're making some really nice progress. That looks good, I like that. Maybe open up that white a little bit there. And that's a good image. So now, what you can do on top of that, if we press OK there, and we go to image adjustment and use our curves adjustment. Now, what a lot of people like to do here on the curves adjustment is quite a common thing. If you don't know how to use your adjustment levels, I'll cover that in a different video, but basically your darks are here, your lights are here. What we like to do sometimes, if you want a bit more contrast, is what we call an S. So you bring the bottom down just a little bit, and then bring that one up there, and you've got an S. And if I preview that, you can see that I've added contrast. Now you can go the other way as well. So if I bring this one, say, up a little bit, and bring this one down a little bit, you can also see it's contrasted in a different way. Something definitely worth messing around with when you're working with black and white images, or any images, come to think of it. So, like I said, I'll cover the curves adjustment layer in another video, but there you have it. There's a great black and white image, and we've had full control over that image. Now, if I move that to take that off the crop. Now, on a Mac, if you press F and F again, you'll get a black screen and you can see what your image looks like. But I think that's about the lesson done for today, and I hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, every single time, I hope I'm inspiring you into photography and giving you the love of photography that I have myself.